time, between time. Let's get it. Let's go. What's up, Buttercups? Welcome back to Overflow Training Day 3. I'm your girl, Coach Misty. Listen, and I've been having an amazing time teaching you, and sometimes even preaching with you. I've had an amazing time. Today is Sunday, October the 6th. I hope you had an amazing day. If you went to church, I hope you have an amazing day, or maybe you just prayed God in your living room. Either way, I hope you had an amazing day. All right. All right, y'all. So first of all, I want to let y'all know this is a mini training series. And today we're going to focus on one of the most powerful tools for creating both spiritual and financial overflow, which is gratitude. You have to have an attitude of gratitude. You have to be thankful for what you have before you can acquire something new. Even if you're in a funky relationship. Lord, I thank you for this funky person. Maybe I'm about to be on my bullshit today. Lord, I thank you for this raggedy person, and I can't wait for you to bring me somebody new. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's talk about what gratitude is. Gratitude is a direct link to abundance. I'm going to say that again. Gratitude is a direct link to abundance. And when it's practiced consistently, it can shift your entire energy. All right. Many of us underestimate the power of gratitude because we think it's just being polite or thankful for small things. I'm going to say it again. A lot of us underestimate the power of gratitude because we think it's just being polite. Gratitude isn't just about saying, oh, thank you, you're welcome. No, or being thankful for small things. Lord, I thank you for this food. Lord, I thank you for this meal. I'm talking about gratitude on all levels, right? Because true gratitude is transformative. It shifts your mindset. True gratitude raises your vibrations. True gratitude opens you up to receive more of good things in life. True gratitude. So we're going to talk about that. Before we get started, if you have any questions about what we're talking about today, any questions? Hey, everybody, any questions about what we're talking about? Any questions about what Overflow is? Any questions about how to sign up for the coaching program? By all means, go ahead and say something in the comments. I have a couple moderators here that can help you. We're here to help. Also, the only thing that we're not going to do, though, please don't ask any order questions in the comments. Please don't ask me any reading questions. Please respect the sessions that we are having, which is gratitude. This is overflow training. Overflow training. No, I don't care if your husband is cheating on you. No, I don't know if Mo is your true soulmate. Come back tonight for that. Right now, we're doing gratitude training. We're doing overflow training. All right. All right. I just had to make that announcement. And go ahead and share this out. I need y'all to share this out with 3 people. This is free training that could change your life, change the way you think. All right. So let's talk about the connection between gratitude and overflow. And I know my TikTok people, I don't know what the flying fuck is going on. I know my TikTok people are probably watching me. You see me looking over this way. I'm actually on YouTube and Facebook. So I will look over. I don't want you to think I'm forgetting about you. I'm not. You'll see me looking over. I just want to let you know what I'm doing, okay? All right, y'all. So gratitude creates overflow by changing your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. That's gratitude. So you're going to change how you think. Instead of saying, oh my God, I wish I had a better car, you say, I'm thankful for the car I have. Instead of saying, oh, I wish I was 110 pounds, you say, well, I hope you don't want to be 110. Maybe I wish I was under 200 pounds. Lord, I'm thankful for being alive. And since I'm thankful for being alive, I'm going to cherish the life that you gave me by taking control of my health. That's how gratitude works, okay? All right. So when you focus on what you have rather than what you don't, you begin to see more opportunities, more blessings, and more reasons to feel abundant. More opportunities, more blessings, and more reasons to feel abundant. The other day when we did overflow training, some of you all didn't realize that you are thriving. We had a transformative session right here on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube where I explained to you what thriving is. See, we always focus on what we don't have. If I was a millionaire, I would do this. Well, you a thousandaire, so what you doing with that? Huh? We work at jobs, and I was like, oh, if I worked over here, if I made more money. Well, are you thankful for what you have right now? Because you don't have to have what you have right now. And I think people don't understand that. Like once you are thankful for what you have, I didn't say complacent. Once you are thankful for what God has given you, then you allow yourself to be open to more blessings, right? Because you're not focusing on what you don't have. Let's put a little lip gloss on. Okay. So gratitude shifts your energy. It pulls you out of a state of lack into a state of appreciation, which attracts more of the same. Okay. So when you practice gratitude, it's going to shift your energy. Again, you stop focusing on the things that you don't have, and you're thankful for the things that you do have, which raises your vibrations, because now I'm not operating in a state of, oh, I wish I had and shoulda, coulda, woulda, because them hoes ain't never paid the bills. When you raise your vibrations, oh, fuck this light. When you fuck this light. When you raise your vibrations, let me open up my damn thing. Listen, when you raise your vibrations up, guess what happens? You open yourself up to more stuff. So watch this. I'm going to be grateful for this light. Lord, I thank you for the light that you gave me. Lord, I thankful that, guess what, Lord, I've ordered some more lights and they're in the box. So as soon as I get finished with these trainings, guess what what I'm going to do? We're going to try this one more time. See? You said, not fuck that light. Fuck that light. Okay? Listen. Okay? Fuck that light. But I'm thankful for the light. Lord, thank you for the light. Lord, thank you for the light. Thank you for the natural light. I'm about to open up these blinds behind me. Lord, thank you for the light that I bought from Temu. Lord, thank you for Temu. Lord, my whole outfit then came from Temu. You see how that gratitude, it just changed how I felt about everything. I went from saying F that light to, Lord, thank you for Temu. What would I be without Temu? What will you be without Temu? Lord, thank you for the TikTok shop. Where would you be without Temu? Where would we be without Instacart? Lord, I thank you. See, gratitude. Now I'm thankful for everything. Okay? Now I'm thankful for everything. Look how that worked. So again, gratitude pulls you out. See, it just changed my attitude, right? Gratitude pulls you out of a state of lack and into a state of appreciation, which attracts more of the same, right? The universe responds to your energy, and when you radiate gratitude, it responds by giving you more to be grateful for. This is very important. Understand that the universe responds to your energy. And when you radiate gratitude, it responds by giving you more to be grateful for. Gratitude is not just about material things. It is about appreciating the peace, love, health, and joy you already have. I'm going to say that again. It's about appreciating the peace, love, and joy you already have. All right? So let's talk about some daily gratitude practices for spiritual and financial overflow. Make sure you have your pen and paper out, because when I tell you I'm rolling through, because I'm about to do 2 classes back to back and then do Mindset 365, my private class. Then I'm going to come back and go live. And then I'm going to be up all night, because now I need to change my schedule, because that's what my life looks like now. I stay up to 3. I don't go to sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning. And I don't get up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So also, if y'all on my schedule, I'm going to start shifting. I'm about to have, real quick, time out. Thank you. I'm going to have a late day where I take calls and I don't go live. So I will adjust my schedule as need be. I'll pick one late day a week. So there's going to be a day where I take calls up until like 9 o'clock at night, and I don't go live on that night. I'll just take calls. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited to be giving y'all that as well, okay? Give y'all some more opportunities to book with me later on in the evening. All right, y'all. So to cultivate gratitude as a daily practice, we're going to start by setting aside time each day to focus on what you are thankful for. So listen, number 1, I want you to put in the comments, write in your notebook, what time of the day are you going to set aside? I need you to set aside 5 minutes. We're going to do 5 minutes of gratitude. Everybody tell me, what 5-minute time period are you going to have? 5 minutes of gratitude right here, right now. Put it in the comments. What 5 minutes? Don't tell me in the morning. I want to know, is it from 9 to 9:15? I want to know if it's from 10 p.m. to 10:05. What is it? 5 minutes of gratitude. Don't tell me in the morning. Say what time. This is why we can't get what we want, because we don't commit to a specific and detailed thing. Exactly what time in the morning. See, this is how you start planning stuff. What, 7 to 7:05? Good job, Katrina. What time in the morning? What 5 minutes are you going to give God? I'm going to do my gratitude from 4 a.m. to 4:05, because that's right before the time I go to bed. From 4 a.m. to 4:05 is my gratitude time. I'm literally going to set a timer in my phone as soon as we're done with this, because the phone I'm talking to you on is one of the phones I use. I'm going to set a timer in my phone from 4 a.m. to 4:05, and that's my gratitude time, okay? All right. Let me chew this up real quick. Keep putting your times in there so I can chew this up. You got that working out? Good job, Michelle. I got you. Yeah, keep putting your times in. 7 to 7:05. Look at y'all. I'm thankful for your typing, so I can eat the rest of that stuffed shrimp. All right, guys, listen. So this can be done through journaling, where you list 3 things each day that you're grateful for. That's one day. So I'm going to verbally give gratitude. You can journal 3 things that you're grateful for during that 5 minute time frame. The key here is not just writing down, but feeling the emotion of gratitude as you reflect on those things. You need to feel the emotion of gratitude. If you're going to write it down, if you're going to speak it, you have to feel thankful. Lord, I'm thankful for these things, right? Listen, Lord, I'm thankful for my car. Lord, I'm thankful for my friends. Lord, I'm thankful for my team. Lord, I'm thankful for my whiteboard. I really like whiteboards. Lord, I'm thankful for notebooks. Lord, I'm thankful for all these products. Lord, I'm thankful for my iPhone. I do need to upgrade my iPhone, but I didn't got attached to this little iPhone, Lord. And I do a lot on that little thing. Lord, I'm grateful for this light, even though this light has a mind of its own. Lord, I'm still grateful for it because this light has stood the test of time. This light has traveled with me to 3 different locations. And for that, I am grateful. I actually felt that, right? So here's the deal. You can also practice gratitude by thanking others, whether it's through a simple message or a phone call or even a silent prayer of thanks for the people in your life. The night before my birthday on July 14th, I sat down. God told me to give thanks to the people who helped me in my 43rd year. So I turned 44 this past July. Some of y'all are on here now. Y'all got a voice message from me on my birthday, or 2 hours before my birthday at 10 p.m. I sat down and I went through my phone, and I sat down and I sent voice memos to a lot of people to tell them how grateful I was for them. Right? Thank you. I told them, I said, I thank you for being there for me. I thank you for helping me. I even sent messages to people that I necessarily didn't even deal with anymore. But what I'm not going to do, I don't care how it ended, I'm not going to take away from who you were in my life. That's what I'm not going to do. See, that's how you find peace, and that's how you heal in relationships. I'm not going to take away from what you did for me. I don't care how we ended. We may not be on speaking terms, but I'm going to tell you, I say thank you. You understand me? I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you for what you did for me. And not, oh, thank you because you taught me a lesson. Thank you for the grace you showed me. I want to tell you thank you for all the good things, right? Thank you. And I did that on my birthday. And I had so many people, so many of my friends who called me back and were crying. They were crying on the phone. Some of my friends sent me back voice memos. It took some people 2 days to respond. I didn't even do it for a response. I just want to tell them how I felt about them. Right. And some of my friends like, yo, it took me a couple days to respond to you because I was in tears. Because for a person to use their birthday to think about me is amazing. But that is how far I have elevated. And that's how far I've grown. That's how much gratitude I have for the people and things in my life. That even on the day that is supposed to be my day, that is special to me, I still find a way to give thanks and honor the people in my life who helped me make me who I am. You helped mold Misty. You helped make Coach Misty. You helped elevate Misty. When Coach Misty wasn't Misty, you helped elevate her. And for that, I could say thank you. I didn't want nothing for my birthday. Y'all made me put an Amazon list together. I didn't want anything for my birthday. I just wanted the people around me to be great. That's how grateful I am for where God has brought me to. You understand me? So let's get back to it. When you express gratitude for the people and things around you, it strengthens those connections and invites even more positivity into your life. Gratitude isn't just something you do when life is going well, it is a practice that should be present even when things are tough. In fact, when you practice gratitude in challenging times, listen, when you practice gratitude in challenging times, it is that is the power that becomes more evident, right? Even when you don't have all that you desire, being grateful for what you have opens up the door to receiving more. So it's more important to challenge to practice gratitude when you have nothing, because what you're saying is, Lord, I listen. Focusing on saying thank you for what you have and focusing on what you don't have are 2 different things. It changes your vibrations. It changes your mindset. Lord, I say thank you. Thank you for the stuff that I have right now. Lord, I'm not going to sit here and complain about what I don't have, because there's somebody somewhere who wish they had what I had. Right. And so instead of me sitting here complaining, right, and letting my spirit, letting depression come in and I feel down and I'm out about what I don't have, Lord, I'm going to raise my vibrations up. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to scream it from the mountaintops. I'm going to say, Lord, thank you for this little one-room shack I live in. Lord, thank you for this car that I'm driving. It might make noise, Lord, but it gets me where I got to go and it gets me there safe. Lord, I want to thank you for this one little TV I had, because I didn't have to have anything. And once you do that, it changes how you think, and it allows you to come up with plans to get more. It allows you to be open to blessings. I'm telling y'all, when y'all really get down to this mindset thing, it is completely wild. I had a conversation with a young man. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I got to tell y'all. So boom. I had a conversation with a young man today. And we were talking on the phone, and I was led to tell him exactly who I am and what I do. Sometimes I tell people I just own a tax service, or I'm just a published author, or maybe I'm a life coach. I don't really go down the whole list, right? I don't go down the whole list for people. Normally I don't, because it runs them off, or it's just a lot of conversation, and I just don't be in the mood for it. But God said it's a safe space, and you can tell him. And what happened was the young gentleman and I were actually on the same page. And when I tell you, y'all, the conversation, Lord, I thank you for that conversation. The conversation, if I never meet this young man in my life, and I told him this, I said, sir, if I never meet you, I thank you for today. I thank you for today. This is something I taught a whole lot. If I never meet you, I thank you for this conversation. That conversation motivated me to get out the bed and take a shower and get my day started. You know what I'm saying? That conversation put me in the right mindset, just to know that there is somebody else out there that thinks like me, that talks like me, that walks like me, right? Just to know that I am not alone. And I know I got all of y'all, right? But all of y'all were drawn to me. I'm talking about, this is somebody that I just met off of a site. And just to know that there's somebody out there that has been through a lot of things. That man said he's a 3-time felon, but now he's a data analyst. And how he was a 3-time felon, but now he makes movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like to know that there is somebody out there that has been through something and has learned from it and has found a way to be grateful even in their darkest hours, and now they are living out the life that they want to live, is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. And I told that young man, I said, I want to thank you. I spent almost an hour on the phone with him. I said, I want to thank you for this conversation. You don't know what you've done for me. You don't know how you uplifted me. You don't know how you poured into me. You don't know how fulfilling it is to talk to somebody and feel the same type of magnetic, the same type of energy I send people, to have somebody send that back to me. This young man say, hey, my sister is an award-winning author. She's a bestseller. My sister does empowerment conferences. My sister is somebody. I want to introduce you to my sister. He says, hey, I make movies. I'm literally working on a movie with Bunny DeBarge. He said, you don't even know me from a can of paint. He said, but I like the way you talking, and I see this is what happens when you are grateful for what you have. God opens up doors to opportunities. This young man and I had been exchanging messages on a dating website for about a week. I did not know who he was, and he didn't know who I was. But once we connected, and once I took the time out to talk to him, he said, I like your spirit. I don't know you from a can and paint, but hey, guess what? We just had a movie in the Dallas Film Festival. I have people, I do movies in Detroit. He said, you want to do a movie? I'm the person you want to talk to. He said, I'm not looking for no profit from it. He said, I just want to put you in connection with the right people. Come on, somebody. An attitude of gratitude to get you far. An attitude of gratitude to get you far. Let's keep it moving, huh? I'm going to say the last part again. It's when practicing gratitude in challenging times, it's where the power becomes most evident, because even when you don't feel all that you desire or have all that you desire, being grateful for what you have opens the doors to receiving more. Now, let's talk about the transformative power of gratitude that's happening in my life. Let me talk about the transformative power of gratitude that's happening in my life. And this is what I want you to learn how to use this to happen in this overflow in your life, okay? So, let me share a personal story with y'all, how practicing gratitude changed my life, okay? So there was a time when I felt stuck financially and spiritually. No matter what I said, no matter what I tried, I couldn't seem to move forward, right? Now, it wasn't until I started practicing daily gratitude, and I started practicing daily gratitude in 2020. Matter of fact, I started practicing daily gratitude December. You ain't got to remember this date because it means something to me. It may not mean nothing to you. On December 5th, of 2019, which actually, I'm not about to do it. I'm not about to get emotional. I just realized, what that day was. I'm sorry, y'all. God is so good. I didn't realize what that day was. December 5th. Y'all hear me talk about my 4 kids, right? Ian, Arizona, and Zion. I actually had 5. I had a son named Michael. That he died. I had a son named Michael that he died. And had he lived, Michael would be 24 this year. And December 5th of 2019 is when I decided, when I had nothing. I had $97 to my name. That's his birthday. I'm so sorry. December 5th of 2019 was the day when I walked into AAA and I had nothing. I had $97 to my name and I didn't have a way to get to work. I didn't have a car and I had called an Uber to work and I went into that job and I said, I only had, like I said, I had paid my rent and I had $97 to my name and I had no car. And I called an Uber to that job. And I remember walking in that door and I said, if nothing else, I'm grateful for the free lunch that I will get today. I'm grateful to have gotten a job. And if I got this job, Lord, you'll give me another one. And you know, maybe when the transportation thing. And I went to work. I started not to go to work that day. That was the first day of the job at AAA. It was on a Friday. And I started not to go because I knew I didn't have a way to get back to work that Monday. Or I assumed I didn't have a way to get back to work that Monday. But I went anyway. And that was one of the first times that I can remember that I was literally grateful for just the opportunity to walk through the doors. I went into there not having anything, and the attitude of gratitude had taken over to where I was just so carefree. I said, Lord, whatever you have for me is for me, but I'm grateful for today. And I'm grateful that I just had enough money to catch an Uber, Lord. And I'm grateful that I got enough money to catch an Uber back. And if I never walk through these doors again, Lord, I'm grateful because if you gave me this job, you'll give me another one. And I went to work that day. My first day on the job, thinking it was going to be my last job. And I didn't have, like I said, I had $97 in my pocket. So at that time, if I called an Uber, I really only had $77 because the Uber was over 20 bucks. I had $77 in my bank account. And I had a $10,000 manifestation budget. I had a $10,000 magic budget in my wallet, right? But I went anyway. And I was thankful, and I didn't sit there and I didn't pull nobody to the side and say, hey, y'all, I don't know how I'm going to get to work, but I showed up. I went in there with my head held high and my cutest outfit I had and my little raggedy green Nine West purse. And I went in there and I had a smile on my face. And I just knew that it was going to work out. And when I tell you, I'm sorry. When I tell you that God worked in my life, like boom, 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 within a matter of 8 hours. Within a matter of 8 hours, I had found a way to get to work. God connected me with a young lady who would bring me to work. God connected me. God let me find $20 in my purse so I could give this young lady. I found, and I had been carrying that purse for weeks. And Lord knows if I had an extra $20. Lord knows if I had any cash, I would have found it because I had nothing. And God set me up for success on that day. And all I had to my name was less than $100 and a piece of paper that said I was going to make $10,000 in 30 days. That's all I had. But I went and I was grateful. And yes, they gave us free lunch. And I was grateful for that because I didn't have a dime to spare. And I went and I had a smile on my face. And in the midst of having nothing, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. In the midst of having nothing, I extended what little I had to other people, which was knowledge. There was people there who hadn't passed their insurance test. and they needed to, and they were going to be fired if they didn't pass that test. And in the midst of me having nothing, and I mean nothing, I was broken down inside. I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like myself in the mirror. My relationship with my son was strained. I had nothing in my apartment. I had no car, no money. And in the midst of all of that, I still gave what I had, which was knowledge. Had I not had an attitude of gratitude, had I not been thankful just for that day, had I not got up from my side of the room and walked over to the other side of the room and offered to help those ladies who needed to pass their insurance test, had I just sat back and had I wallowed in whatever I thought was depression, or had I wallowed in my situation, had I not said, Lord, I thank you for today and I'm going to go and help these young ladies, I never would have found a ride to work. Because see, when I went and I sat between Jessica and that other young girl, when I went and I sat in between them and they saw me pull up my phone to call an Uber, they said, you don't have a car? And I said, no, I don't. And they said, you helping us with our test. Nobody else would. It was a whole group of us that already had our licenses. And then people just sat over there and looked at them like, that's not my problem. They can't pass their test. I don't know what to tell them. And I went over there and I said, I help you. If nothing else, I got to wait on the Uber. So I ain't got nothing but time to kill. What do you need? And I gave them. I had nothing. And a young lady, Erica, she looked at me and she said, where do you live? She said, where do you live? And I said, I live in Bedford. She said, me too. She said, what street? I said, Bedford Road. And she said, me too. And she said, I'll take you to work. She said, you don't have to worry about that. I had no idea where else I was going to find a job. I had no idea where I was going to pay my rent. I had no idea. I just knew I had to show up that day. See, on the day, on December 5th of every year since 2020, I've been depressed. I had been depressed since 2000 every day. December 5th of 2000, I would go into depression because I lost my baby. I lost my baby. I went to the hospital pregnant and I came home with a box. I lost my son. So from December 5th of 2020 and every day, see, there was a time, which I don't understand is when I came back. When God brought me back to Dallas in June of 2019, I made a decision that was going to be the last time that I was going to sit and mourn my son. I said, I can't carry that weight around with me no more. I have 4 children who are here, and I can't sit up on December 5th and cry about him. I can't sit up the month of December and cry about my baby. So December 5th, 2019 was the first day, was the first time in almost 20 years that I didn't cry about my son. And because I was thankful for what God had gave me, because I was thankful for the children that I had, because I was thankful for the experience of being able to hold my son. I had time with him. It wasn't a lot of time, but I had time with him. Because I was thankful for that, God gave me a brand new lease on life on that day. And I'm sorry. It just came together today. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. That just happened right now that I realized I've been telling this story. And I just realized, it just hit me that was my son's birthday. And it was the first time in almost 20 years that I didn't grieve him. And God blessed me. And I said that God wouldn't have blessed me all those other 19 years. Every time December 5th rolled around and I grieved my baby. Not saying that God wouldn't bless me, but I couldn't see the blessings or the opportunities because I was too busy crying. I was too busy in a place of depression. I was too busy in a place of lack. I wasn't thinking about abundance. I was in a place of lack because I missed my son. Because I wanted to see him grow up with his brothers and sisters. So, let me get myself together. My bad. I know y'all. Whew. To see that come together like that, right? On the day that I'm teaching, talking about overflow and gratitude, to put those two together. To put those two together is amazing. To see this is I tell you, God allows me to live out my story. God allows me to live out the things I'm teaching you. Is not just something I learned from a book. It's not something that I got from somebody else. What I'm teaching you is what God has brought me through. And I have a testimony every day of the week. And that's why I have what I have. And I'm able to do what I do because I am grateful. Listen, to be honest with you, December 5th, from that day on, December 5th, 2019, I don't associate that day with the day that my son died. I associate that day, the day that God changed my life. And if that is not gratitude, I don't know what is. If that's not a mindset shift, I promise you, I have told this story numerous times since I've been online. It's about to be 2025, right? It's almost been 5 years since this has happened. And I have told this story hundreds of times to people, whether I'm online, in person, or speaking at a conference. I've told this story. And it wasn't until today that I realized what December 5th originally was. And see, when I changed my mindset, I don't think I even got to go no further. I don't care. Listen, at this point, I'm just grateful for where God has brought me through. So whether you sign up for the coaching or not, I really don't care because God is working with me. So today, to realize that for the last 5 years, December 5th has been the day that God changed my life and not the day that God took something from me is amazing. You understand me? To realize at this point, I'm not saying that I forgot about my son because I did not. He will forever live. Yes, I'm the mother of 5. Sometimes it's just easier to tell you about the 4 that's here because I don't want to relive it, but I'm the mother of 5. I'm the mother of Ian, of Aaron, of Michael, of Zoe, and Zion. So for the last 5 years, December 5th has been something totally different to me than the day I lost my son. It's the day God changed my life. It's the day God showed me grace. It's the day that God said, it's your turn, you're on. I haven't looked back from December 5th, 2019. I walked in that door with my head held high and with nothing but love in my heart and a couple pieces of lint in my pocket. And God showed me, God said, from that day forward, whatever it is that you want, you can have. And everything I said I wanted from December 5th of 2019, God has given me. Everything I said, Lord, I want to make $10,000 in a month. God, let it be so in the month of March, the month of the pandemic, when people was worrying and losing their minds. And I don't know what's going to happen. And the world is shutting down. I showed up for work every day. And I sat in my little cubicle and I did my job. I didn't worry about when nothing else was going on. Because I said, Lord, you did everything I didn't ask you for, you didn't gave it to me. Lord, I told you I wanted a car in January. You gave me a car in January. Lord, I told you I wanted to make this money. Lord, I wanted to be the first person out of my graduating class at the insurance bid at AAA, and I was the first person to graduate that class. Lord, I wanted you to show me favor with these customers, and you showed me favor. Lord, I wanted somebody to take me under their wing and really teach me insurance, and you did that. Lord, everything you've asked me to do, you've done it. And in March of 2020, I made my first $10,000 in 30 days. And the crazy part is I was so broken. I was so broken financially that I didn't even realize I had made $10,000. I was just focused on showing up. I was focused on keeping my mind sane. See, I was going through some other stuff with my younger son at that time. But I realized that God chose for me and my younger son to part ways because I had to get myself together. We both were in broken places. So the Lord had, listen, I'm up here crying. I had lost another child. I didn't lose him physically. I lost him emotionally. But I understand that God had to separate us for us to go our separate ways, for us to appreciate each other. And for us, we both had to grow. So when I tell you I've been practicing an attitude of gratitude since then, this is when I've been practicing. I had this whole little thing I was going to tell y'all about, but when I tell you, I've been doing it. I've been thankful for whatever it is that God give me, even with the bad things. Listen, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for even for the bad stuff. I'm thankful for even the things that are not favorable. Lord, I say thank you. Listen, me and my son Zion just got into a little heated argument today. You understand me? And I'm still thankful for that because guess what? My son is still here. You understand me? I have a child to argue with. I'm thankful for that. Right? I have a son that's not in jail. I'm thankful for that. I have a child that the only thing we're arguing about is these orders. I'm thankful for the fact that I can employ my son. I'm thankful for that. In all things, find gratitude. In all things, give thanks. In all things. Now, can I go back to my little story? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not apologizing. This is what the attitude of gratitude looks like in real time. Thank you, Sequoia. This is what the attitude of gratitude looks like in real time. I'm not ashamed to tell you my story. I'm not ashamed to cry in front of you. I'm looking at the time and I know I got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. But I'm thankful. Y'all, I'm telling you, it just clicked right there. That was when I made a decision, and this is all it takes. Mindset is just about making a decision and sticking with that decision every day of the week. This is what mindset really is. When I made a decision to say, Lord, I'm not going to cry about my baby no more. Lord, thank you for the time that you gave me with my son, Lord. Even if it was only for a day, Lord, I thank you for that. Lord, thank you for letting me hold him in my arms. Lord, thank you for letting me feel him in my stomach, Lord. You even gave me 2 children after that, Lord. That was not the end or the beginning, Lord, but I thank you for that experience. Lord, I thank you. I thank you. And as soon as I did that, see, I had told myself a couple days before that, I said, I got to stop crying about Michael. I said, I got so much other stuff going on. I got to stop crying about Michael. You understand me? See, Michael forever will live inside of me. That baby that's in that cemetery, that baby that's in the cemetery at the corner at the end of my grandmother's street, that's not Michael, that's his body. That's not Michael. His spirit will forever live within me. I carried him. I held him. He'll forever be with me. That's not him. And that was in 2019. I made that decision. And then on his birthday, I started that job. And I remember I didn't even think about his job. I said, Lord, take it from me. Lord, take that hurt from me. Take that sorrow from me. Take it from me. Take it from me. And he gave me something new to celebrate. He gave me a new reason to celebrate December 5th. He gave me a new reason to remember that day. He gave it to me. I named my son Michael because of the angel Michael. That's why I gave my son that name. I gave him that name because of Michael. And let me tell you something. I knew when I carried him in my stomach, he was on borrowed time. I knew that. I don't mean it. Maybe this is gonna help somebody. Somebody watching me that lost a baby, lost a couple of them. I knew he was on borrowed time. See, the gift of seeing is not something that I just discovered a couple years ago. I was able to see. I knew what all my kids looked like. I would share this with my grandmother. When I was pregnant, I could tell my grandmother what I was having. I could tell my grandmother what they looked like, who they were going to resemble. I could tell my grandmother that when I was pregnant with him, I did not see him. No, God, when I was pregnant with him, I did not see him. I didn't see him. I didn't know what he was. I didn't know who he was going to look like. I could not see him. And I knew when he was in my stomach. That he was not mine to have. Now, I don't question God about why he let me go through that situation. I don't, but I knew when he was in my stomach, he wasn't mine to have. I knew it. I was so scared during my pregnancy. Every little kick, or if I didn't feel him kick, I was going to the hospital. I didn't know what was going on. I knew something was wrong because God never let me see him. Never. And I remember the day that I went into labor. I went into labor at home, and I'm gonna share because somebody needs to hear this. I went into labor at home. Now, mind you, I had 2 healthy kids at home, and I went into labor at home, and it's so crazy because my next door neighbor, we went into labor on the same time. There was 2 ambulances on the street, and that's why this haunted me for so long, and it hurt me because my neighbor, she and I were pregnant at the same time. She was due actually on December 5th. I wasn't. My son was early. And the ambulances showed up at the same exact time. They didn't know what was going on. 2 ambulances. They said, who are we here for? It was 2 women. She was rolling out and I was rolling out. It was her time to have mine. It was my time to let him go. It was my time to let him go. See, I started going into labor at home. I almost delivered my son. I don't want to get too graphic with y'all, but as I was on the floor, that was one of the calmest, most peaceful times I've ever had. He was actually ascending. He was actually coming out. I actually felt his feet. When they got me to the hospital, they told me, they said, if he makes it, he will have so many things wrong with him, birth defects. They don't tell him what the doctor told me. If he makes it through this, if your son makes it through this, you will have to deal with a handicapped child for the rest of your life. At the time, I was 19 years old and I had 2 children. I was 19 with 2 kids. 19 with 2 kids. And I never forget sitting in the hospital. When I tell you it was nothing but God, I was cracking jokes in the ambulance. The people looked at me and they said, is she losing her mind? Why is she cracking jokes in the ambulance? That's all I could do in order to keep my mind sane. Because I knew that I was going to the hospital to have a baby, but I was coming home with nothing. I knew that. I knew that. My neighbor and I went to the same hospital. She came home with a girl. I came home with a box. So, I don't know if you've ever lost a baby before, but it really hurts when you already have 2 kids. I had kids to go home, to both of us to leave, and people to say, well, where's your baby? And I have to bury my son. My son, there's a cemetery at the end of my grandmother's street, and I had to bury my son. I had to bury him because he did live for a while. He did live, but he passed, and I got a chance to hold him. And when I saw him, he looked like a dark-skinned version of my oldest son. And I named him Michael because he would forever be my angel. And I knew, listen, to sign a birth certificate and a death certificate is in the same day is something that I don't want anybody to ever experience. To sign a birth certificate and have a death certificate in the same day is something I don't want you to ever experience in your life. So I carried that pain around with me for years. I carried that box around with me. I would sit up and I would smell his clothes. Every December, it used to be I was in depression for 3 months after that. I wouldn't even get off the couch. I was horrible. It was horrible. I would smell his clothes, the clothes that they had on his body and they put in his box. I would smell those clothes for months. I remember when my children found the box. They didn't know what it was. They found a box and they thought it was baby doll clothes. And I remember me coming home. This was years after he had passed. This had to be at least 10 years after he had died. And I remember coming home and my daughter was like, "Oh, mommy, look, we found these baby clothes. Can I put them on my baby?" And I lost it. I completely lost it. I lost my mind because she had, to me, she had soiled, she had taken away the smell. Her playing with him had took away his smell. And that's all I had was pictures and his smell. And I lost it on my kids. I lost my mind. And they didn't even know what was happening. They were babies. They just found a box of clothes. And it was my first time when I asked God, I said, "Lord, I can't do this." I said, I lost it on my kids. They don't even know what's going on. I can't do this. So I left. I left Cleveland. That's one of the reasons why I left Cleveland and I moved to Texas. And I remember I left that box with my grandmother. I gave it to her. I said, I can't keep traveling around with this box of him because this is not him. My baby lives with me. He's in me. He's my spirit. I can't keep traveling with these boxes. I can't keep moving house to house and carrying this box around like some type of mausoleum. And I left the box with my grandmother and I told her to put it up for safekeeping. And so that was my first step in trying to disassociate myself from it. But but every December 5th. Every December 5th, from December 5th of 2011, which is when I was in Texas by then, to December to early December of 2019, I would think about my son and I would still cry. I didn't have that box of his, but I would still think about him, and I would always think about the loss. But on December 5th, 2019, I had made a decision, and I told God, instead of thinking about what I don't have, Lord, I'm grateful for what I do have. And when I tell you, he changed my life. He changed my life. He took that from me. He took that spirit of lack from me. He took that from me. And he gave me something to be thankful for. That one day, that day that I would be in sorrow, the day that I would cry every year, year after year after year, God changed it. God changed it for me. So now when I think about December 5th, I think about the day that God changed my life. And not in a bad way, but in a good way. He gave me everything I asked for when I would feel like I had lost my whole world. So I'm gonna say this: if this isn't a true story about the attitude of gratitude, I don't know what is. Because how can you go from losing a child to gaining a life? December 5th is forever my redemption day. December 5th is the day that I took a chance and said, Lord, I thank you for not having nothing, but the nothing I have is something to me. And I'm open to receiving whatever you have for me. December 5th is the day I really realized what having the attitude of gratitude is. So I'm going to say this to say that, and I'm not going to hold y'all on that because we still got to do soul stirrers. I'm not going to hold you. First of all, again, thank you for allowing me to get that out. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for praying for me. Some of y'all were praying for me while I was going through that. Lord, thank you for understanding what I'm going through and what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take a sip and we're going to go ahead and finish this overflow coaching. And then I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and do soul stirrers because I got a class to teach at 6:30, right? So God told me that I have to change. I'm here to do 3 things, and that is to teach, preach, and prepare. God told me I'm here to teach, preach, and prepare, right? Teach, preach, and prepare. You guys know me from doing the readings, from giving you, being a seer and stuff like that. And we have a good time and all that. I write books and all that. Listen, but God told me I'm here to teach, preach, and prepare, right? And so when God tells me to do something, obedience equals abundance. If I've never heard it before, obedience equals abundance. God told me to, first of all, create the Facebook group, which is Club Overflow on Facebook. So before you do anything else, please go join Club Overflow, where we are matching people who want to be in the overflow with people who have an overflow so that we can teach you. Club Overflow is free on Facebook. You don't have to pay anything to be in a group. It's free. We have amazing people in the group. My mom kind of sort of runs the group and stuff like that. We give you inspirational things. If you need some pep in your step, if you just need a place to give a testimony, if you need a good word, come to Club Overflow on Facebook. Like I said, it costs nothing to be in a group. You don't have to be in none of my coaching programs to be in a group. I just need you here. If you have a desire to live abundantly and live in abundance in areas of your life, if you are tired of being tired, let me say this. If you are tired of being tired, if you are walking around and you do not know your purpose and you have no aim in life, you are just simply surviving and not thriving, come to Club Overflow. We are in the process of matching people together. We are in the process of matching people together so y'all can have accountability partners. Club Overflow on Facebook is free. It's free. It is free. I will never charge for Club Overflow. I don't care how big that group is. It is free. I pay my mother to moderate that group because I believe I pay for my mother for her gifts. My mother is good at what she does. It will never be a cost to you. It'll never be a cost to you. Never. Club Overflow on Facebook is free. Now, there is a overflow coaching program, and that's what I'm talking about today. So there's an overflow coaching program, right? God told me to make it $7, $7 per month. He said, make it $7. I said, what? This is me. What, Lord? He said, make it $7. So Club Overflow, if you go to my website, which is on the screen, thisiscme.com, and you click on, it's a page called Club Overflow on my website. You can sign up for the $7 coaching. You get 3 assignments per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Listen, I can only give it to you. I can't do it for you, but I can help you lead the way. You get 3 assignments, and then we have a meeting every month. We have a meeting with me. You have a private coaching session. We have group coaching with me at the end of every month, okay? It's not $7 a week. It's $7 a month. If you like to pay for the whole year in advance, you can. There's already assignments up. You can go ahead and do the assignments. You will see people that are in the Facebook group starting to talk about the coaching that they're receiving, and that's fine. Again, you don't have to sign up for the coaching to be in Facebook. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, well, I ain't got the money. No, come over to Facebook. Don't worry about it. Come on. We got you. We got you. Come on. Come on. Don't worry about it. I still teach stuff in there too. Come on. But what I need you all to do, if you would like to get into the Overflow coaching group, if you would like to be in my monthly coaching group, it's only $7 per month, all right? So if you are ready to experience the power of gratitude in your own life, right? I invite you to enjoy the $7 Overflow, join the coaching group for $7, right? So in this program, we are going to dive deeper into gratitude practices, right? As well as other tools to help you cultivate overflow in both spiritual and financial areas. You'll receive weekly lessons, guided meditations, and access to a community that supports you in your growth. Because gratitude is not a one-time practice. It's something that needs to be nurtured and sustained, and this program is going to help you do just that. So if you are serious, and I'm gonna take a couple minutes, and then we're gonna come back for Soul Stirrers. I'm literally gonna end both lives, and we're gonna come back for Soul Stirrers. If you are serious about living in a state of overflow, I encourage you to sign up for the Overflow coaching program. Okay. So by joining, you'll get ongoing support and you'll get guidance to keep your gratitude practice strong and energy aligned with abundance. All right. And that's a special bonus if you sign up for today. So people who've been signing up this weekend, I'm going to give you a gratitude meditation, right, to help you. We're going to give you a gratitude meditation. I'm starting to produce videos on Facebook that are only for the people in my coaching programs that'll help you with guided gratitude. As women and women of color, we know how to pray, and a lot of us don't even know how to pray. And I'm going to talk about that too, about how to pray, right? A lot of us don't know how to pray, but we definitely don't meditate. Listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes you need something to calm you down. We need to start getting in tune with our bodies. We need to listen to our breathing. Chakras are a real thing. I'm not here to take nothing away from God. You understand me? I'm not here to take nothing away from God, because God is everything, and God created the moon and the stars, and everything that I'm doing is a gift from God. But what I'm saying is this: we need to learn how to get in tune with ourselves. We need to learn how to find the demigod that lives in ourselves, and then we can start changing the environment around us. So before we go, I'm going to do an affirmation. Can you do an affirmation with me? Is that okay? Let's do an affirmation together. Now we're going to do a call and response. Now, of course, you are at home or in your car, wherever you're watching me on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok. But guess what? The spirit lets me hear you when you say it. So I know we're doing it together. So I'm going to repeat something, and I'm going to wait for you to repeat it, and then I'll say the rest. So this is a call and response, right? This is a step and repeat type deal. You ready? All right. So first of all, the first thing we're going to say, first of all, let's get some breathing. Again. Last time. Okay. I am grateful for all that I have. Say it with me. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming to me. Repeat it. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming to me. My life is overflowing with blessings. It's real simple. All right? Let's say it together. I am grateful for all that I have and for all that is coming to me. My life is overflowing with blessings. One more time. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming to me. My life is overflowing with blessings. And that's it, y'all. That is day 3 of the Overflow training. I am so happy that I decided to actually get up and do this. I wasn't going to do it today. I was going to just extend the Overflow training on the back end. But Lord, I thank you for allowing me to do this today. Lord, I thank you. I'm about to do Soul Stirrers, and then we're going to do Mindset 365. Listen, I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming to me. My life is overflowing with blessings. You have to know that. I don't care where you are right now. You have to say, I am grateful for all that I have. You say you have nothing, but you have breath in your body. You are grateful for all that you have. I don't care if you're living in a room. You are grateful for all you have. You could be on the street. I don't care if you don't have a car and you got your feet. I am grateful for all that I have and all that is coming to me. My life is overflowing with blessings. You have to believe that. You have to see it, believe it, and know it. We were talking about tattoos. I'm going to get that tattooed on me. See it, believe it, and know it. You have to know that. That's what has held me, has kept me sane all these years, has kept me in my right mind all these decades. When I wanted to lose and I wanted to take my own life, I had to see it and I believe it and I know it, and I knew that the blessings were coming. I acquired this house. People say, why do you have a 5-bedroom house? And it's just you. I said, because my children are coming home. People say, why do you have a 5-bedroom house? Because I see it, I believe it, I know it. And I know what God promised me. And I'm preparing for when my children say they need room. When my children say, Mom, I need you and I'm ready to come home. When my children say I need to come there and get myself together, I got the house for you. I ain't got to look for it. I ain't got to scramble. I have room for you. You understand me? When people say, why would you move into this 4,000 square foot house and it's just you? You don't understand. I know what God showed me and I know what God promised me. And here I am. I haven't talked to my daughter. I hadn't seen my daughter, my oldest daughter, in almost 4 years, and hadn't talked to her in almost a year on the phone. I traveled to Detroit. I reached out to my daughter. I said, I want to see you. I purposely went on her birthday. I said, I want to see you. And now my daughter, I'm about to buy her a ticket to come out here. I'm about to buy my daughter a ticket to come and visit me. Now, she may not, my daughter is very independent and she does her own thing. And that's why, listen, and that's why I admire her. And that's why I don't worry about her, because she reminds me so much of myself. But when I trust God, when God said, go to Detroit during this time, God said, reach out to your daughter during this time. God said, go get this house during this time. Your children will come home. And I believe that to be true. In the meantime, between time, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful for the conversations I have with my children, whether they're far and few between. I'm grateful for that. And I'm holding on to what God told me, because I know I'm blessed. All right. If anybody has any questions about how to sign up for Club Overflow, let me know. Does anybody need assistance on how to sign up for Club Overflow, whether it's on Facebook or it's the coaching? Please say something now, because I'm in the live in about 2 minutes, and then we're going to come back for Soul Stirs, okay? Any questions, concerns, or comments? We have moderators. I want to thank my moderators for being here today. Y'all don't have to do that, but y'all here anyway. Yes, if you just signed up for Club Overflow, what you have to do is go to my website. Where's my other phone at? I don't even know where I put my other phone. Go to the website. Let me show you what happens. So what happens is, if you need coaching, if you need one-on-one coaching, go ahead and sign up for Club Overflow first, and then I'm going to do it. Yes, the info is on my page. Let me show you how to get to it real quick. I'm going to take this background off, because when I try to do the background, you can't see it. You can't see my phone. All right. So if you go to the website, if you go to thisiscme.com, and all you have to do is bring up the thing, just bring up the menu. It says Club Overflow on the menu. And there's a price for the year is only $68, or you can pay $7 a month. And once you go ahead and sign up, you'll be able to log in and you'll see the post. So we have different assignments that come out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can log in and you can go check out the assignments and get your workbook out and start going ahead and working on your assignments. The assignments are posted Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay? I will be making posts and reminding people in the Facebook group to say, hey, make sure you go do your assignments. The new assignment for Overflow coaching is out. Make sure you go ahead and catch up on your assignments. So that's how it is. You just go to my website, thisiscme.com. I'm going to put the background back up. Go to thisiscme.com and just click on the link for Club Overflow, okay? So I'm just going to put this up with the instructions so you guys can see it. And then if y'all give me a couple minutes, I will be back. So thisiscme.com, take a screenshot. Thisiscme.com, and you click on Club Overflow from the main menu and go ahead and sign up. All right. Welcome, Rochelle. I see you, Rochelle. She's in Club Overflow. Somebody else has signed up before. I'm sorry. I didn't give a shout out. Normally when I'm on here and people sign up, I go ahead and give a shout out while I'm on here. But I want to thank you all for rocking with me. I will be back tomorrow for another mini overflow training. Tomorrow, we are talking about faith and finances and why belief matters. Tomorrow, guys, we're talking about faith and finances and why belief matters, right? So please join us. If you have missed, so this is the third day of overflow training. All you have to do is go to my YouTube, and one of my moderators will come on and do my YouTube and put my YouTube. My YouTube is I am Coach Misty. If you click the link in my bio on TikTok, you'll see my YouTube right there too. I am Coach Misty on YouTube. There's a playlist called Overflow Training. So you can go back and watch this replay in the last 2 days. I will leave that up for the end of eternity. That's free to you. Overflow Training. So go back and watch that again, guys. So let me say this to say that. I want to thank you again for rocking with me. Thank you again for listening to me. Everything. Yeah, y'all be sure to subscribe on YouTube. That way you know when I when I go live. So YouTube gives out the best notifications. So make sure y'all hit the button, the bell on YouTube to sign up for notifications so you know when I go live. Thank you guys for everything. I am here to help any way possible. Thank you to my team. I'm building a very strong team of people that are operating in the overflow. I cannot wait to meet you guys in the overflow. And I can't wait to see you later on today. What time does Club Overflow start? What do you mean? Club Overflow, you can get your assignments any time of the day. Club Overflow on Facebook, we post every morning on Club Overflow on Facebook. So go ahead and join Facebook. You'll get we post every morning. With that, I post, my mama posts all during the day. If you're looking for an accountability partner, you just got to let us know, and we're going to start finding people what states. Hey, if you live in Ohio, everybody responds as you live in Ohio. If you live in Michigan, everybody live in Michigan. So we're going to start putting you guys in accountability groups. Thank you, Allison. And make sure when you go to my website, thisiscme.com, you sign up for my newsletters and my emails, okay? All right. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Give me a couple minutes. I will be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. I'll be back at 45 minutes after the hour to do Soul Stirrers, another free class. We only have 2 more free classes left for Soul Stirrers, and I have 2 more spots left in Soul Stirrers. So thank you, guys. I'll be back. I love y'all because y'all love me back. Be blessed.